In this episode we're going to check out the new KickCharge 2400 lithium power station. Stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Rob from Australian Camping and Four-Wheel Drives. Hey, we are out here camping at the moment. A lovely little spot called Flanagan's, and we've been out here before. It's a beautiful little spot, but hey, I thought I'd have a chat with you this weekend a little bit about a power supply that we use here. We're using it this weekend to run the air conditioner in the Caravan. Now, we've only got a small little air conditioner, and we gave this a go last night just to see how it would actually work. I was quite impressed with it actually. So we started the air conditioner last night at around about 8:30, and we ran it till about 9:30 in the morning. It was 100% charged when it started, and in the morning it was about 20% charged, to give you some indication of how much was left in the battery at the end of it. So not very much, but it ran it all night long, which was really good. Now, could this run an air conditioner on your Caravan? Probably not, nowhere near the same amount of time. Might still run it, but not the same length of time, so just be aware of that. We're talking about a little 400 watt air conditioner. I'll go through and I'll show you the benefits of the power supply and how it all works and all that. So pretty simple. Just up top up here, that's your little power button. So when you get the thing the very first time, you hold the power button and that'll turn it on for you. And let's just see if we can move this around so we can see that display a little bit better. So at the moment, this is actually charging. So you can see down the bottom down here, you've got a couple of different options as well. So over the side over here, you've got your light. So you hit that on, you've got like the flashing mode, I think that's SOS. And then you've got like disco mode and off again. And then the other options you've got up over here are for DC. Now DC has the cigarette lighter ports. It has the little DC ports over there. And down here we've got a special type of port. Now I'll show you what that one's for, that's pretty cool. So see over here you've got the little Anderson adapter. So that one plugs into they call these I think an XT60 port. And the other side's an Anderson plug. So that then could go into, say for example, something like one of these little power stations you could run, for example. And they'll probably cigarette ports, USB ports, and probably another Anderson outlets. So that's another way you could do that. That's actually just got an Anderson cable going into it. So that might be another idea for you perhaps. So that's the like the ports over here. You've got all your USB ports over the side over there. When you're hitting these buttons, it'll come up on the side. So it's just showing up here. It's lit up for the USB light. Same thing for your DC. Comes up and shows you all the little ports that are on up over there when you turn that on and off. So you can turn them on and off pretty simply from the side there as well. Then around the side over here you've got your inverter. So just inside there you've got your inverter just sitting there. 2 AC ports, and you can turn that inverter on and off from this port up over here as well. The inverter's rated up to 2.4 kilowatts or 2,400 watts. So perfect for running pretty much all appliances. There aren't too many things that run above that. Some really large air conditioners may use more than that, but there aren't too many things that will. So you could use this pretty much for pretty much anything you wanted. Then over the other side over here, you've got a couple of other ports. We'll just see if we can get this down here. So just inside there, you've got your AC port, and over there you've got a DC port. I'm just going to disconnect this and flip it around so you can see a bit better. There we go. So over here you've got your AC port. That runs at 1100 watts. It's important when you're using your AC power supply, this will draw 1100 watts. So the reason I mention this is because in the back of my Ranger, I've only got a 1000 watt power supply. So this actually trips it on this one. But in my Caravan, it does allow it to run. Over here, you have an XT90 port, and this one can take anywhere from 11.5 to 50 volts, 500 watts max. So it's interesting, we're running this on 12 volts, and it's taking around about 100 watts it's charging at. So you can work that out backwards, what that is. But you could run it at 50 volts at 10 amps, for example, and it'll give you your 500 watts. So you can do that with it as well. So I'll show you the other cables that they come with as well. So obviously we've spoken about the Anderson port. This one here though is for charging. So you'll see on this one it's got a larger plug on it. That's the XT90 port. And so that's your cigarette socket you can use for charging it. And these ones here are for solar panels. So you've got your solar PV plugs, or some people call them MC4 plugs as well. So you've got 2 of those on there, and then your solar panel plug over there as well. So you can plug it in and charge it that way. So you've got your 3 different options there for recharging it there as well. Plus you can also plug it into AC. Now inside here, that's where your AC cable lives. And so we had that plugged in and running from the car. We tried it on the vehicle, and because it's limited to 1000 watts, it sort of essentially would trip when it got up to the 1100 watts. So not ideal. You really need to have a 2000 watt or a 1500 watt power supply in order to use something like this on AC. Now you might be wondering, Rob, why are you trying to recharge your external power supply off a battery in your car? So first of all, this is an extra battery that I've got in the car. Second of all, the battery in this is 280 amp hours, which is more than enough capacity for me to run my fridge and to recharge this as well. Plus I've got solar on the roof and it puts in around about 30 amps an hour at least, so I'm not particularly worried about it. I've got enough extra power if I ever need it as well. I thought I should mention too, hey, a little bit about why we're using this with the air conditioner. So in the back of the range, I've got a 280 amp hour lithium battery. It's great for recharging this, I found. It's a good way of doing it via the AC socket. So that's my plans, to use the inverter and charge it up that way. In the Caravan batteries can just run the Caravan. So this here can run the air conditioner and any other accessories we have at camp. So a great idea is obviously the air conditioner is one option you could use it for. Camp lights, if you're in an emergency like the cyclone we had the other week, we used it there to run the fridge. This thing can pretty much run anything you need, so it's a really handy little product to have. It's not something you always think about. You go camping, you may run with a flat battery and you think, why? Well, if you had this, you wouldn't. You can run this thing flat and it makes no difference, but everything else will keep running for you, and that's really what you need when you go camping. So just a couple of little tips there for you. Okay, so this is over in the Caravan. What we've done over here, we've got some of the convoluted like foam stuff, I think it's called. It's like a board, it's plastic on either side. And we've stuck the air conditioning vent through that, and that's where the water pops out at night time as well. So that normally drips down. It doesn't drip down on a table, we close it up at night, but it drips down out of the van, which is really useful also. Then up inside here, we've got the little vent coming through, and then that goes up into the air conditioner. I used to have that sitting on the feet, but I actually find it's probably better not to. Just leave it sitting off the feet instead and do it that way. And then the vents at the front, so we've put the 2 little air nozzles on the front of this so you can aim the air towards you at night time, which is really good. We had this blowing all night long. It was fantastic. It was really nice and cool. I don't know like how well it would work to cool a whole area all the way down. Like last night it was obviously there was no sunlight, so it was a little bit cooler for us, and we found that worked really well. For our particular situation. This is a really small van, by the way. So this is a little 13-foot van. And yeah, so we were just lying here and it was really nice just blowing on you. It's beautiful. Now, there's a couple of things I want to point out about the air conditioner. First thing is the remote control that comes with it. The remote control only works when you aim it up over there. Just be aware of that. If you're trying to aim the remote control over here, it doesn't work. The reason is because you're aiming at the wrong spot. The receiver is just up over in there. So just be aware of that as well. When we turn it on, we just hit the button up top there and we just let it go. We don't change any of the settings for it. We let it go how it goes. And then over here is where I actually pop the power supply. So we normally sit the power pack here, and I normally just rest it up against that so it keeps pushing the vent out the window, and then plug in the AC power supply. So that's a little bit of a summary about the KickAss 2400. It's a 2400 watt inverter. It's got a 160 amp hour lithium battery in it, and it'll pretty much run anything that you need. Anyway guys, hope that's been of use to you. You can get them at KickAss's website if you want to, or check the link just down below. I'll pop a link down there and that'll have the details of where you can purchase it from. And I hope to catch you next episode guys. If you've got any technical questions or that and you want to know the answer to, pop them down below too, and we'll try and answer them for you. Hope that's been of use to you, and we'll talk to you next episode. Bye guys.